Welcome back, CCL Sports Cards fans. Welcome back. It is time for part 2 of my 4-part mini-series featuring the 4 top prospects I expect to perform well in 2022. And in that, expect their first Bowman cards to rise in value as well. If you missed part 1 where I discussed Chicago Cubby Ed Howard, give it a watch. The link is right there. Now, fans of this channel will not be surprised at all that my man Jordan Westburg made the list, but I spent a ton stockpiling his cards last year, and I'll talk more about that in a few minutes. Currently, Jordan is ranked the number 6 prospect in the Orioles organization going into the 2022 season, which is the exact same position he was ranked in 2021, and up only 1 spot from the number 7 he was ranked on MLB.com in 2020. I find the rankings a little peculiar because, as I've discussed in other episodes, he absolutely tore it up at 3 levels last season, and in my opinion, eclipsed all expectations. Westburg just turned 23 and, as I mentioned, tore through 3 levels of the minors in 2021, collectively hitting .285 with 15 home runs, 79 RBIs, 17 steals, and an OBP of .389. Those stats, again, include his AA stint in Bowie when he was just 22 years of age. Most people watching Jordan agree that his pitch recognition, which was an issue in the past, has been addressed. And that is certainly reflected in his numbers as he walked 61 times and struck out 127 times, and generally had a 2-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio at all levels last season. With his combination of strength, good bat speed, and ability to drive the ball to either gap, I think Jordan could be a superstar for the Baltimore Orioles in the not-too-distant future. While he doesn't have anything mind-blowing on his scouting report, his hitting and power are just 50, and he has shown good pop with his 15 home runs last season, and again, he was only 22. In my opinion, I think his power is projectably better than that, and the 50 that the scouts have assessed him at is just a touch low. His defense is even better, with all skills being assessed to 55, giving him plus defense, which is certainly a great asset. He actually only committed 7 errors in 2021 at shortstop, but has the ability to play second, short, or third. I'm a little surprised given all the above he began the season in AA, not to mention that decent spring he had, although that was fairly limited action because he only had 8 at-bats. But I imagine he is headed to AAA Norfolk in the not-too-distant future, even though he has started the year at AA Bowie, and his season is certainly off to a tremendous start, where Jordan is now hitting .292 with 3 home runs, 8 runs batted in only 24 at-bats. Yes, I'll concede that's limited action, but he looks so comfortable at the plate this season. It's going to be hard to keep him in AA as he continues to crush the ball. As mentioned, I'm in fairly heavy with Mr. Westburg and his Bowman Chrome firsts. All told, I probably have about $9,000 in Westburg cards, with an orange PSA 8 being the best card. But that's mostly because his big color does not come up for sale. I did see a true red FCG 9.5 over the winter, but it was not for sale, and understandably so. And while there's a red wave for sale on eBay, I won't pay $5,000 for a raw red wave. Anyway, I digress. With Westburg, it is quantity when I refer to the $9,000 I have invested. And if you watched, I just invested $30,000 in 2020 Bowman Draft. You know, a large portion of that was the Orioles, which produced a great mix of purples, refractors, waves, autos, non-auto color, some already graded, some of them are in grading, not to mention all the base cards and refractors I have. And I will continue to add to the pile as his 2020 Bowman Draft autos remain a real bargain in terms of price point. An example of which is a blue wave in PSA 10 that just sold for $184 on March 9th. Granted, that was before his 22 campaign, and when it got rolling. I imagine Jordan debuts this season for the O's at the age of 23, and because, like most 2020 draftees, he missed all of 2020 due to the COVID shutdown, that would be impressive. Not only debuting, but I imagine making a huge impact on a squad that could definitely use his help. Overall, it is safe to say I will continue to enjoy watching Westburg and his card prices soar to new heights. I feel he is on track for a very impressive career. Tune in for episode 3 of 4 in just a few days, where I will talk about my man Bobby Barrels, the number 2 prospect. Have an awesome weekend. Built